Hello everybody, welcome to another Eternal Deck Tech. First, I want to thank everybody who helped support this episode, all the subs and patrons, and of course my wonderful sponsor, inkgaming.com. You can check them out for custom mouse pads and playmats, dice bags, all kinds of tabletop and video game kind of custom gear, and you can get 12% off by putting in the promo code Ilyon12. Certainly appreciate a look at that, and we even have a channel store that's got some specific channel art in it. Now, moving on to the deck today, we have something very, very different. What we do every single month is I have a Tournament of Power where we take all of the sub decks and patron decks and I place them against each other, rolling them at random. If they lose, they're immediately deleted, and we end up with one final deck at the end of the night. We're going to cover that deck today. And this is a Hooru Midrange list submitted by Comet. This was the deck that managed to go for about 10 hours and come out on top. It's a really sweet little list. It's kind of similar if you've ever seen the list that I put up a little while ago that was focusing on spellcraft weapons and Aegis. It's like that because it's a Hooru midrange list. It's got some similarities, but this list goes in a different direction. Rather than focusing on spellcraft weapons and focusing on Aegis, although it does have a little bit of that, it's really much more focused on just having as many flyers as possible. Every unit in this deck flies. It has Eager Owlets, Honored Skyguard, a Crow, everything flies. It's so heavy into it that it's even running Cloudsnake saddle. So it's a lot more aggressive than my midrange list because it's really focused on like turn 2 Owlet and then just slamming a saddle on it, or getting an Honored Skyguard afterwards and you're just cracking in for 3 and then 6. And it just moves real fast from there. It's got Finest Hours to support that more aggro strategy, and then of course like some protects to help stop your opponent from being able to remove things. Realistically, what you're just going to be trying to do with this deck is you want to try and curve out Eager Owlet into probably Unseen Commando, or like running a Skyguard immediately on turn 4 so that you can, discard an extra Sigil and give it +1/+1. You're just trying to do that. You really want to get Owlet as early as possible. Skyguard's a close second, but it's nice to have the Owlet, because Owlet you're going to try and have on 3. So you just try an Owlet into something else, and then you want to hold up some protects to save them, Linebreaker shield to just punch through extra damage, or to stop your opponent from having, like, say they've got big World Bearer behemoths and things like that. You're not going to be able to chump block those. You're not really going to be able to erase them with it, so you just stop them from being able to attack. So instead of having like big butt creatures on the ground to kind of race out the game that way, if they're also kind of aggressive, you just nuke their creature with a Linebreaker shield or with a Vanquish, and you just keep going. It's also why you have all the Permafrost as well. So it's a lot of little bit of tempo things like that too. Valkyrie Enforcer is real important for you to get opposing flyers out of the way. And yeah, I think this list is pretty solid. I really like it. Bring down even in the market, because again, you just really don't want your opponent to have any flyers to block you. You're trying to make it so that your whole deck is essentially unblockable. And the Permafrosts and Linebreakers, Vanquishes, and Bring Down are all going to try and help with that. So we're going to run it through some games, and we'll see how it does.